So I was telling you this yesterday, but I learned a very interesting tidbit of information about my grandfather.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's,
Take us on that wild ride.
So, you grow up thinking, like, my family's normal. Everything's chill. Granddad is old. He was in the war. Probably fought on the right side. He's a hero. Probably fought in a good war. In a great war. In a war that everyone would root for.
Yeah.
Anyway, so my granddad fought on North Korea side. That's not the point. That's not the point. Okay, that's just a tidbit of information that is irrelevant but also interesting. Okay? The point is that my grandfather, I discovered yesterday, had a family before my grandmother. Not a family, just a wife.
Yeah, just a wife. No big deal.
Just a wife. And he was, through some political, misdealings, put into a re-education camp in China in the early industrial times. And when he came out, he and his wife got divorced, and he married my grandmother, had my mother and her two sisters, and then, now my grandmother has passed, and he is 98 years old now. He's a 98-year-old Chinese veteran. And last year, he found his first wife, and he contacted her, and they met up, and now they have a letter correspondence, and they kind of are starting to build up a relationship again.
They're in love again.
Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that I feel like Vinny is going to do that to Morgan when he is 98.
Oh my God. I was like, what's the point of this story? And then you were like, because Vinny's going to do that when he's 90.
And guess what, Morgan? When you're 96 and he's 97 and he comes knocking on your door, just remember, he probably fought on North Korea side in the war. So don't answer that call, lady. The moral of the story is men are disgusting, and my grandpa was fucking.
But most importantly, the first one. Straight from the mouth of straight from the... What's that saying?
I don't fucking know.
About babes' ears and something about straight from the mouth.
straight from the mouth of babes, I think. I don't know.
Whatever he's saying, it's super true because he is a piece of shit, disgusting man himself. So he is allowed to say other men are piece of shit, disgusting.
It's not as eloquent as the saying, I'm afraid.
Straight from the mouth of babes' ears. I don't know what the saying is, and
mouth of babes' ears.
The way that I remember it is not
straight
correct.
From the mouth of babes' ears, throats, eyes, noses.
Maybe it's straight to the mouth to babes' ears.
Comment down below if you know. Welcome back to Sooki Sooki, the world's first Big Brother and Traders, and maybe a splash of Amazing Race. Sports podcast. Yeah. And boy, has it been a gripping, down to the wire week in the Big Brother house.
This season is completely the opposite of last season in that last season every week was so predictable up until the end, and then the end became boring because it was just so obvious that...
You mean every week was unpredictable until the end?
Yeah. Oh. Last season was the opposite in that it was so interesting week after week after week. We had no idea who was going home. That maybe also because the Blockbuster, their version of it was so new. We hadn't seen that twist yet, so that was also very interesting still. Yeah. Whereas this season, I feel like we definitely got a little bit tired of it. But
it definitely overstayed its welcome, and yeah.
But this season is the opposite, where I just at some point I was like, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to finish this season, and now I'm like, I have to have the feeds on at all times.
Yeah, it's like full throttle till the end. I mean, no spoilers for after the events of this week yet, but let's just get started. We last time we checked in, we had just said goodbye to Kelly and Lauren in the fatal double eviction week that saw Morgan essentially pilot Vinny like a little tin man.
Like a parasite.
Yeah, like she's literally sucking his soul through his nose while also feeding him sweet nothings through his ear. So
I know why he wears the beanie.
Why?
Morgan's Ratatouille. She's fucking pulling his straight hair.
I wasn't expecting that. I'm not gonna lie. That was funny. So yeah, he's God. I mean, I don't want to beat a dead horse at this point, but he finds new and interesting ways to make us hate him. Every fucking week, man.
Every week. Oh, man. I should have said Ratatouille for our movie game last episode. Oh, well. Anyways, yeah.
You ruined it.
I fucked us up. Sorry. Sooki
Podcast
Sooki's canceled. It's canceled. It's over now.
Damn, but we kind of synced up again. So
I destroyed it. So now it's back on. So now it's again. It's again.
You can't deny the chemistry.
And you have to give us money.
Even when we're wrong, we're right.
It's hard to watch the live feed sometimes because I was literally just watching yesterday, watching Morgan teach him how to do his own laundry, which so who's been doing his laundry this whole time is my question. Because we're X amount of days in. And she's teaching him now?
I don't know. Morgan hasn't showered in 2 weeks, so it wouldn't surprise me if Vinny hasn't changed or washed his clothes in 70 days. Another thing would surprise me at this point, some of these people in the house clearly should not have been, and this is a good point to just mention that, once the show ends, they're no longer the objects of your fancy, and you can't go fuck with them anymore, okay? All right, promise? Deal? We're gonna fuck with them right now. Don't worry, we'll fuck with them a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
They're still in the maze.
Yeah.
We can poke at them.
They're still our entertainment. They're still for us.
But as soon as they get off the show, don't be nosy. Don't be going over finding out where he is or anything like that. You know, he's a weirdo, but don't
leave them alone.
Honestly, that might turn him on a little bit. So don't do that.
Yeah. Honestly, the best revenge that you can get on any player that you don't like is to just not give them any attention at all. Don't even think about them. Yeah. Why would you want to?
Man needs to pull a Maggie Austin and just completely disappear for 6 years. Move to Utah or something. Become a pastor.
And then what?
Huh?
And then what?
That's it.
And then no, I don't want him to be a pastor because he is the archetype that would thrive in that environment.
That's true, man. He wouldn't even have to get a wardrobe change.
He'd walk in and everybody would be like, "Oh my God, we want to fix you so hard. You're so sad and lost."
I know he is.
The Lord loves you.
I know the Lord, dude. That he is somewhat loved by the Lord this season because even during the jury roundtable, and we'll get there. I was just teasing you. I wasn't actually going to talk about it. You fucking sluts. So let's kick it off, okay? Boom, Kelly dies. Boom, Lauren dies.
Boom, boom, pew, pew, pew.
HOH happens. Who wins?
Is it Morgan? No. Oh my God. The HOH, truly the most frustrating thing
the HOH,
ever.
otherwise known as Vorgan's honeymoon suite.
Yeah. So the hoe happens, and it's it's very obvious that Ashley and Ava are probably not going to win. It's a kind of endurance competition where you have to hold up a sword, and Keanu eventually just gets too cocky and it's just like, oh my God, I have all this time with my boy. I love being with my boy. My boy's going to keep me safe. I love you, my boy.
You know that, what was it, season 2 of America's Next Top Model, that moment where Tyra's like, I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. We all believed in you.
Something from yeah. I think that was season 4 or something, but that is one of the most iconic moments, and it is so applicable here. It's just he's making some stupid joke, and he's like, ha ha ha, imagine that, and then he loses because he loses focus for a second, and then he's like, well, imagine winning.
The diary rooms from this episode could not have been more nauseating for me as a Keanu enjoyer. And at that point, Keanu semi-believer maybe could happen.
And it's just... it's the case with so many players this season, but with Keanu the most, where you want to root for him so hard, but also dude, you're fucking idiot.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny because we'll talk about it when the roundtable shit happens. But so the
That's
DR's
roundtable, by the way.
I know the DR. So Keanu's DRs were basically just him fawning over
Vinny.
Vince's. I don't even know. I guess he thought because he voted Kelly out instead of him that means that he likes him again or something. I don't know, man.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, he saved me here."
To be fair, that is a weird move. That is a weird move in retrospect.
I don't know. I view Kelly and Keanu honestly kind of similarly. And honestly, Kelly's game was a little bit better because I feel like she didn't have... I feel like she had allies who were willing to not put her on the block. You know, like Keanu or Lauren.
And she had people that were willing to take her to the end, you know. I think if it came down to it, if Lauren were to win let's say it was Lauren, Ava, and Kelly in the final 3, and Lauren won the final HOH, she'd probably take Kelly because Ava's too likable.
Yeah.
There's people who would take her to the final.
Yeah, she would for sure take Kelly because Kelly's not as likable in the house. But also, Kelly is capable of winning competitions. So I don't know. I feel like I view them kind of similarly because they're both capable of winning competitions, yet lack some social awareness.
It almost feels like Kelly just doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, I think she doesn't give a fuck. Like, I think being annoying is like her superpower.
Yeah, she likes it.
Yeah.
She likes being grating. Whereas Keanu, he's just like,
he doesn't know.
I thought you all loved me.
What? You're my family.
But he is arrogant, man. Like, you're seeing, like, the edit did him a favor and a disservice by making him so likable because it cut out a lot of the moments that made the narrative make sense in the house in the beginning. You know, we were all questioning, like, why was he so ostracized from the get-go? He seems like a nice, chill dude. He's D&D, you know, whatever.
Yeah, we did talk about that kind of on and off as the season has been going.
Yeah.
It's just like we wonder, like, what are we not seeing? Obviously, like, now we're watching the feeds way more, but
yeah. That it makes you aware of how much production tries to carve the narrative of the season, which is like, I get it, but also like at this point, because Big Brother's selling point is the 24/7 feeds, you're kind of doing yourself in by like trying to make something happen that's not happening. Why don't you just follow the natural curvature and outline of the season and then crown whoever deserves to win? You know?
And I just feel like I understand like when there's seasons where the feeds are not very interesting, so you have to craft or force a narrative, but this season, the feeds were more interesting than what we were seeing. And the feeds were significantly different than what we were actually seeing. Like, there were so many important conversations that we didn't get to see, so many, like, essential relationship changes and that sort of thing. So it is frustrating. And I hope if they change anything about next season, I just wish that they would try to make the show look a little bit, I'm not even saying completely change how they're doing it, because I understand that they still have to sell us a show.
Yeah.
Like, they still need to give us a reason to watch.
Yeah.
And hit those views. But I'm just, it's got to match up, because then you're going to start to lose people. And I also just don't want to ever lose the feeds, because the feeds are like it's a part of Big Brother's identity.
That being said, I don't think production did that bad this season. In fact, I feel like production made some happy accidents this season, because had Rachel not been eliminated in that twist, I don't think we'd be getting such a tight down to the wire final 3.
The season I wouldn't be mad if Rachel won, but I do think if she was on, the season would have been a lot more predictable, because she gave so much structure to the house, and it felt like she was kind of keeping a lid on something that was about to boil over.
Yeah, and it literally is the element of, like, you remove the fucking adults from the house.
Yeah.
You know, the people who are there to maintain moral and game integrity, Will and Rachel, for instance, they were like, even if you don't actively acknowledge them as your elders, there's an element of, like, I don't really want to act super sus in front of these people and be judged by these people. Just naturally as a human, you kind of don't want to act your worst in front of people who are older than you, you know?
Yeah.
So as soon as they left the house, it was like pandemonium broke out, you know? Like, Vinny and Morgan started thinking they were sneaky. They were pulling the wool over everyone's eyes about their fucking weird little flirtmance.
I know. They man, they just like...
I can't even tell if it's delusion or denial, or they're trying to trick us, or think we're stupid, or they think that it really is just
they're
platonic.
Not aware of the feeds, which, like, how would you not be at this point? I don't know.
Yeah.
Or like maybe they've lied so long about it that now they believe it. I don't know. Vinny knows he's in trouble, but like Morgan, I don't know. But we got to talk about this week. So we're coming off of so Keanu
loses the HOH in just truly, like, idiotic fashion, you know? Just, like, completely doesn't take it seriously, does it with one hand, which I guess he had a strategy behind it because he didn't want his arms to cramp, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know if that's the best move.
Yeah, and I feel like while he was talking, Vinny was just like, yep, yeah, yep. Like, I don't know, I'm not, what is he giving you that makes you think he loves you the way that you are returning love.
I think he's just like, I'm not going to try to analyze the guy. I don't know the guy, but like everything he does just seems like he doesn't really mind being fucked over if it means that he gets to be true to, like, you know, if I get to be loyal and I get to like stick true to my values and I get fucked over, so be it, you know? I feel like that's how he kind of sees it.
Yeah, I guess as long as he's still true. As long as he's true to himself.
Yeah.
Gotta be true to myself.
That's what made him so appealing as a personality, is up until the very last moment, he didn't really understand A, how much he was loved, and you know, B, how much he was hated in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just kind of socially unaware, and he loses the HOH. Waluigi wins it, and it's horrible. The final 5 HOH is super, super important.
Yeah, it's very important. So, and Keanu is at this point thinking that Vince is going to put up Morgan, which, like, Keanu, she has something that you don't, a vagina. Even if Vinny did like you and not want to put you up, he's choosing the girl that he's sharing a bed with.
Dude, my pet peeve is watching Vinny talk to Keanu and placate him and not even do a good job at it. Like, if I were there, I'd be like, okay, you're clearly not into this. Like, I can tell you're barely paying attention right now.
Yeah.
But Keanu's just like, all right, I mean, this is clearly what he's going to do. Like, there's no other way. This is the only logical option. We've done so many synchronized size for Keanu at this point. He's not worth my size anymore, okay? He's going to go on the Amazing Race or the Challenge and be fine.
I think I'm getting to the point where actually Big Brother is taking the life out of me. like between like how much time you're spending reading, like we're both trying to stay tuned in, and now I feel like I have to have the feeds on at all times to know what's going on because it's so crazy down to the wire right now.
Yeah.
Which we haven't even got into this week, but it's like every second it's changing, and I don't know what's going to happen because everybody in the house is a different kind of delusional. So I don't know if they're ever being honest or what's really going on. Like,
I think the driving force for all of this instability is that this is one of the few times where personal life and game have become so intertwined, it's indistinguishable. For a lot of these people, the stakes are so much higher than just losing the game of Big Brother. In their heads, I mean. Obviously, they're not going to fucking die if they lose. It's not like they take the losers out to the back and shoot them with a firing squad.
I wish.
You're scary. I don't even remember what I was talking about.
You must be thrown into the volcano. You've lost. You are the weakest link. What if that was how they like determined like who should get to breed is Big Brother, and then they just started tossing people in volcanoes?
I was thinking like Big Brother is one of those games that hollows you out so much that you can't possibly hide who you are. We should make presidents do Big Brother before they become president. There's no way you can hide who you are for 100 days in a house. With
and
nothing.
I think Big Brother should be how we solve wars. Whoever wins at the end wins the war.
Yes. Every problem in this world could be solved by Big Brother if you really think about it.
True. We figured it out.
Yeah, racism.
Big Brother.
Big Brother. I don't know how, but yeah.
Big Brother.
Big Brother.
Big Brother.
All right, so we get to nominations. Keanu is nominated alongside Ava. Keanu is both surprised and not, but also surprised, but also not.
Yeah.
And Ava is just like, I hate Ava's attitude. I don't hate her as a person, but I hate her attitude of everything. I'm so sick of people thinking apathetic is a cool personality trait. Okay.
Well, yeah, we go back and forth sometimes because we're also like, it's so clearly like she's embarrassed that she can't win. That is why she's like, whatever. She has this whatever attitude.
No, 100%. I know that it comes from a place of self-defense, you know? Like, you don't want to be embarrassed about your failures, so you just think, oh, I never cared about that shit to begin with. But you know what? That's a fucking loser mindset.
Yeah, I agree.
So anyway, Ava basically gets in front of the camera and she's like, I think I can just chill.
Yeah, she's like, I'm not going to do anything.
And I hate that she's right.
Yeah.
I hate that she's so useless that she's right.
And this whole week, everybody's talking shit on Keanu because they're like, oh, I can get his ass out fine. Fuck that bitch. And then it's like...
I mean, they talk shit about everyone, to be fair.
I know, but You know what? One of my biggest problems is, especially with this season, I feel like everybody continues to shit talk well past after the people have left. Like the amount of time Ava spent talking about Rachel, the amount of time they spent talking about
Facts.
Keanu. Like, we'll get into it. Obviously, he's not in the fucking house anymore. We all knew he wasn't gonna win. We all knew. My Shayla, our Shayla.
My Shayla!
But like, why? Why do you have to like? Also, like, none of you in the house are any better than him game-wise. You're just like, Ava, you're there because all you do is fucking sleep. Like, for her to sit there and be like, I'm a very, like, action-based player.
I know, dude. It's crazy.
Your only action is walking up that ladder and tucking yourself into bed.
Yeah. It's incredibly frustrating because it feels like we're not even trying to pick a winner. We just really have somebody we want to lose, you know?
Yeah, I don't have somebody I'm super rooting for. I just don't want Vinny to win the most.
But I still love this season, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I was saying, like, after last season, I definitely didn't want another season of, like, oh, big, like, everyone's friendly, you know, we have a lot of good times, but also, you know, everyone's a good game player. I kind of feel like this was the exact flavor we wanted after last season.
This was just, like... I feel like this is like Big Brother. We just saw Big Brother at its core. Like what Big Brother is at its worst form. Like with its worst people, the worst structure, the worst kind of production mess ups and involvement. All of it bad, all of it bad.
We just went to Nobu, left hungry, and went to McDonald's and got 4 McDoubles. That's what we did, okay? And that's what this season is the 4 McDoubles. That's going to make us feel like shit later.
And now we're going to have IBS.
Yeah, we're going to shit our guts out. We're going to throw up. We're going to feel real bad. But, oh, God, it was so good while it lasted.
So good. Yum, 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 yum. Yummy preservatives.
I really love the term that the Reddit has been terming this season, which is human chemistry, and it really does feel like that because it feels like every second there's ooh, Ashley and Vinny are in a room together. What's that mean? It's like a new combination of chemicals.
Yeah,
you know?
It does really. My therapist was saying, like, when you feel feelings, those are actual chemical reactions in your body. Every emotion is releasing a different chemical reaction. So it really is like so interesting. This season is such an interesting study on fucking human psychology, human behavior, and just human chemistry.
I was thinking, like, after last season with Angela, I was like, we are not going to get nearly as an emotional person.
It's like we only got Angela's this season.
That's so true. Wow.
We only got Angela's, and then like we got a couple normies.
Yeah, we got a couple like really dull duds, and then a ton of Angelas.
We got a ton of Angelas.
That's so true, dude.
We got a ton of people who just like cannot cope emotionally, mentally, psychologically. They're all not well.
Yeah. And to give Keanu a send-off, he did do one last cool, awesome Keanu type thing before he left, which is he spent the last few days, shit-talking Vince, being like, you're a little bitch, you're being run by Morgan, you're never going to win, you're playing for second, you're a cunt, you're a hoe.
He was like, I'm voting for Morgan, she ran your game, fuck you.
Yeah, it's just the truth, bro. It's just the truth. It's just logic. He loves saying that.
Yeah, it's just logic.
And also... spending half the week, or not half the week, but like, you know, spending part of his remaining days helping the girls study for the days test.
Yeah, I love that.
That's kind of like a little microcosm of who Keanu is, you know. One half aggro gym bro who's kind of sexist, one half sensitive man beast.
Yeah. Good at his core. So
we think. We don't know.
Then we get to the veto competition. Morgan wins. And
what was the veto? It was tiny veto.
Yeah.
It was tiny veto.
Like, that competition was not made for Keanu.
But every other competition has been. So.
I know. I knew that one was not, he was not going to win that one. And
it was very, like, poetic justice that, like, he... fell on his sword one last time for Vince, lost the competition that was made for him, only to arrive at the next competition that he needed to win to save himself, which was one that he was at a disadvantage in.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's so funny because when they were showing the tiny veto, they just kept cutting to everybody they kept cutting to everybody struggling except for Morgan, and then they would just cut to Morgan, and Morgan would be like on her next row, like already done almost.
Her levels of locked in have been like critical, like almost dangerous levels of locked in. Like, girl, go to sleep, brush your hair, take a shower. We need you to take.
She will not. She's like, what if me showering is the reason? What if me not showering is the reason I'm still here?
Yeah, I mean,
she's like when NBA players don't get haircuts for the playoffs.
Yes, she's totally on her fucking 2020 bubble Jimmy Butler shit right now.
She can't. She's like, I smell bad is the reason I'm still here.
I mean, genuinely worrying. Eat some food.
Eat some food, please.
Eat some food. Drink some. I feel like she's been drinking nothing but Angry Orchards for the last 4 days.
And like Vinny's blood.
And like Vinny's soul.
She's sucking his soul out through
maybe
his
that's
nostrils.
why she doesn't need to sleep, because
she's feeding on
Vinny's soul actually has a lot of caffeine.
She's feeding on Vinny's self-worth.
Vinny's self-worth is 1/2 5-hour energy.
She's feeding on his self-pity. She's feeding on his self-loathing, which there is plenty.
One little Vorgan tidbit that I really loved was when Vinny was just ranting about how I can't win. I'm a piece of shit. You're so much better than me. And she just goes, "You smell,"
which is so hilarious coming from the girl who hasn't showered in 2 weeks.
I know, dude.
Like, that's great.
She's the queen of like saying exactly what she's guilty of to someone else, you know?
And she I love when Vinny is saying literally anything to her. Like, I don't remember when this happened. I think it was this week where Vinny was like, "Oh my God, how crazy. It's like me, HOH, you, HOH, me, HOH, you, HOH." And then she's like, "Yeah, I've won 6 competitions. I'm amazing." And then he's like,
Vinny's like, us, me, us, you, us. And she's just like, me. Mega Morg.
The Mega Morg wins the tiny veto, of course. She literally eats it and ingests it into her body.
And somehow doing this fucking competition, she gained 4 pounds of muscle mass.
I know. I was looking at her arms the other day, and I was like, they look fucking huge. Like when she's like standing like this, sometimes I'm like,
yeah, she looks like a Street Fighter character.
Mommy.
So she wins the tiny veto, and it pretty much seals Keanu's fate. And he's not, he knows what's going on at this point. Ashley sits down, levels with him, tells him that she's essentially just going to vote the way the House votes. He essentially has no shot. So he leaves kind of with a whimper, to be honest.
Yeah, he leaves. And then
his game felt really similar to Tucker's, even though it had nothing similar with Tucker's. It just felt like he burned bright and then he kind of fizzled out.
He ran a lot longer than Tucker did, though. So
No,
props to that for you staying as long as you did.
Yeah, and very entertaining player. I felt like one of the top 3 best casting choices this season, just because he's so well spoken.
Yeah, and I want to see him on other things, and I think that we will.
Yeah, he's got great one-liners, and he's a generally likable dude. I feel like he's likable despite himself, which is he does everything to be unlikable and still ends up being likable.
Well, he's also open to criticism always. I feel like he's really going to grow from this experience. And
not during the jury segment on Fridays Unlocked when he was low-key about to crash out.
I know. That was fucking hilarious.
He's like, I get it.
Rachel was like, wow, it's so crazy. How many times did I tell you that Vinny was a piece of shit? Who's going to get you out if you kept giving him your loyalty? And then you tried to get me out?
What was the nail in the coffin there, she said? Oh, yeah. And then you would be the big move that wins him the game.
Oh, my God. And he's like, yeah, I get it.
That was what he deserved. Okay, Keanu, you can sit there and get railed for a couple minutes.
Dude, this is what everybody walking in should expect, because Rachel's been sitting in there by herself just thinking about all these lines that she can say on people as they're walking. Oh, Lauren, Vinny got you out. It's because you're a stupid bitch puppy dog.
This season could be like an instruction manual on what not to do on Big Brother.
No, literally, everybody watched
every
this
type
season.
of mistake.
Yeah, every worst game strategy
Literally
that could be played did get played.
We saw horrible strategy. We saw horrible social games. We saw horrible competition games. We saw horrible jury management.
We saw horrible
racism. We saw sexism. We saw fucking
misogyny.
We saw misogyny. We saw borderline not okay behavior.
We saw cheap mans.
We saw somebody who mental health, it might still not be okay.
We're seeing a lot of like not mental wellness. So everybody, as soon as these people come out, just lay off, because that's gonna be like a fucking like. It's like when you walk outside of those like sliding doors and then you just get fucking smacked in the face with a gust of wind. And you're like, oh, fuck. Oh, it almost got me there.
I just hope, like, in all sincerity, I hope this is a learning lesson for a lot of these house guests, because I feel like the beauty of coming on Big Brother and having all of your actions available to you to watch back after is that, you know, like, you get to watch film on how to be a person, you know, like the way athletes get to watch film on how to be a better athlete. You get to go home and watch this and be like, oh, I was manipulative here. I was narcissist here.
I think everybody should also give themselves grace when they're watching, because again, like, it's so much easier for us to all be outside and just be like, fuck you, you're a piece of shit, and you these things that are happening.
I don't know these people.
I can't believe you're doing this, this, and this, and I wouldn't do this if I was in there, and you're being so crazy. But like, this is a high pressure situation where you're being watched 24/7, and you literally have zero alone time. I don't know about you, but I feel like if I went on Big Brother, I might go crazy after like week 2, because I'm like, I am surrounded by people constantly, and nobody will stop talking to me.
I think I do well.
We have to just give them grace, because this is a high pressurized situation. You're definitely going to be
better than these motherfuckers.
You're definitely acting. Actually, I think everybody on this season acted exactly within their character.
Yeah,
they were fully themselves.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like this is, again, we were so right about this season, actually. This is the most human season.
It's too human. And I think that's why we're also so angry about it, because so many of these people, we see our worst parts of ourselves in them.
Yeah, I mean, like, we all have parts of ourselves that are jealous and angry and suspicious and afraid.
And get horny when we win.
Yeah, we've all done shitty things, and we've all said shitty things and bent people to our will, and, you know, not showered, and like, I've never straightened my hair to put a beanie on. I will tell you that. Okay, that is a sin I am
I don't know.
Of.
I am so happy to say I don't know anybody else who does that. And if you do that, you better stop it right now.
I feel like I'm like, my body temperature is higher because I hate him so much right now.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes when we're talking about him, you're like, I hate him so much I'm sweating.
Yeah, legitimately, like, he raises my blood pressure. Because, like, here's the thing, man. I get it. I get the appeal of Vinny, because you do want to help people like that. There's so much, like, fulfillment and gratification in helping build somebody else up, you know? Because a lot of the things that we're unwilling to do for ourselves, we're willing to do for other people.
Yeah, so true.
Yeah, so, like, I get it. But at the same time, like, he's an energy vampire. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he's literally an energy suck.
And I don't feel bad for him, whilst also reminding everybody that he is a person and should not be, you know, crucified for just being a shitty person, albeit.
The worst thing that we could do to him, which is also the best thing to do to him, is just fucking leave him alone when he comes out of the house. Don't even pay him any mind.
Exactly.
Don't give him any attention, because I honestly feel like for him, any attention is good attention. Like, just don't. He's not even worth it. Like, just don't. It's not worth it.
It puts us in a difficult position as fans, because our feelings are very real. You know, the feelings that we're experiencing on behalf of certain people, on behalf of others, you know, these are very real feelings, and we do know that these feelings are true. We don't like this guy. We think he's a bad person. Yeah,
but also I do recognize that this season, while I can sit here and be like, everybody is their worst self on here, it's also bringing out a really ugly side of me, because I'm just like, I want Vinny to leave the state.
I don't want him to win the money. That's
I desperately do not want him to win the money.
I don't want him to win the money. I think winning the money will be bad for him. I think winning any amount of money will soften the blow that is his personality when he sees it on camera.
And the consequences of his actions.
God, if I saw myself crying as much as he did, I would just be like, oh, and never that again. Never doing that shit ever again.
No more of that.
Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. I don't want to rag on him anymore. It's not even fun at this point.
I know. It's like I don't have anything new to say about him. Everything that can be said about him has been said about him. Anyways, Keanu leaves.
Keanu leaves. Ava and Ashley get put up on Morgan's HOH when she wins. She wins veto as well, and then Ava goes home. That's about as much attention as she deserves. Bye!
Yeah, Ava goes home. And
she looked incredibly uncomfortable during her exit interview. I'll tell you that.
I don't even want to think about that.
Yeah, it made me feel icky.
Oh my God, I saw a clip. I really think Ava had no clue about the live feeds, or just,
really?
or I think she just kept forgetting about. I think she probably thought that like they were getting paused at certain times, because somebody asked her a question where they were like, "So Rachel left, and then you said all that shit about her kids. What was up with that?" Like what happened with your relationship? Because you guys went from having a final two to you were just like really talking about her kids and stuff, and that was crazy.
Yeah.
And then Ava's face literally, I'm like, bitch, do you know you're on camera? Her face was literally like,
yeah, she does that a lot.
Well, it was just that, yeah, our relationship was really complicated.
It is what it is.
I'm just like, dude, your face is so clearly telling everybody that, oh, I didn't realize people were listening to me talk.
She is my least favorite person on this season. I will say that, okay? Outside of Vince, who is a genuinely worrying head case.
Yeah.
But he was great for the season. He was excellent for the season. No one can deny that.
He was compelling TV.
Yes.
I don't want him to even know that though, because I don't want him to be on any more shit.
She's not compelling TV.
Yeah, I don't want to see her on anything.
And she's mean-spirited. And she clearly is hamming it up for the camera so she can have, like, dude, her CS la vie. You're from New York. You're supposed to be a teacher. You know how to say la vie, okay? You're trying to give yourself a catchphrase, and it's not even a good one, okay?
Yeah, also just like her in the HOH competition when she kept trying to throw her body up against the thing and she just kept shouting YOLO money, and I was just like...
Oh, God, yeah.
I thought YOLO money died in the 2010s.
I also feel like Big Brother fans especially have a nose for artifice because so much of it... Like, you get some real-ass moments, and then when you compare the real-ass moments to the fake-ass moments, there's not even a comparison.
It's just so clear when somebody's doing something that's rehearsed or when it's forced or it's not authentic. It's very which is kind of crazy, like, being a reality TV fan, and I can sit here and be like, I can tell when I'm watching something that's authentic. Like, because it's reality TV, to a certain degree, all of it's fake.
Yeah.
But I can tell just, like, I fucking know when somebody's being real and when somebody's not being real. Like the people like Dorinda Medley, those are real fucking people.
Yeah.
Okay. Ava, stop Aura Farm. Even some of Morgan's stuff feels very Aura Farmy.
I feel
scripted.
like Morgan tries to be fake, but she can't help but be real.
Yeah. I don't think she's being fake, but they're like the amount of time she's bitten the veto. And like she's trying to get some good clips out there, and there are some good
amount
clips.
she pounds that judge's gavel is she's trying to make judges. Oh my God, judges! All three of us made it in the final three.
It's the Mean Girls meme when they're like, "Stop trying to make fetch happen."
Yeah, literally.
Stop trying to make the judges happen.
I wish that there was a little less artifice, but I understand that you need psychos like those to be able to generate good TV. You can't want normies and also want good TV, because only crazy people who are obsessed with themselves would make situations like this happen, It's
so hard because you can't
have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. You can either have just boring game bots all the time, or you can have people who are recruited, who don't know the game, who don't care about the game, who are there to get clout.
I'm okay with having people who are piece of shits on TV, actually. I just want people who are like, I am a piece of shit and I don't give a fuck. None of you are my friends. I'm literally here to win.
Yeah.
Like, which is what Keanu did, which is why, like, we'll get into our discussion topic. I think he would have thrived on a completely different season.
Well, that was a lie. That was a lie from his end.
Yeah.
Because he was actually playing like a big friendly game.
Yeah, but like... I would
was playing big
I
best
would rather
friends.
have people like Janelle, like people who are just like, I don't care to like even try to make friends. I'm just
people
a mean
like
bitch.
Rachel.
I just want to win comps.
Yeah.
Or like I would rather have people.
Oh, you're talking about like bad people.
Yeah, I'm talking about like the older seasons. Like,
Yeah.
I'd rather have somebody who's like a straight up asshole, but is open about it and is like, I just give a fuck about winning and the money. I don't care about anything else.
That's what's so frustrating about Morgan and Vince is that they both have a habit of lying in the DR, which I feel like is almost a sin. Like, the DR is when we're supposed to get insight into like what you're actually thinking. So when you're putting on this artifice in the DR, like, we don't really know what to think anymore. You know?
Yeah, and I feel like Morgan doesn't really know. I feel like she's just delusional, but Vince is like lying to himself and also
God,
lying to the
yeah.
audience. Always.
I mean, the cheap man's focus on this episode, I commend the Big Brother producers
They
for
had
actually.
to. They had to.
They had to address it, but they very easily could have not done it.
Yeah.
They've been known to do bad, like just kind of glaze over shit in the past.
They did some like old Big Brother editing. I thought it was really funny the way that they were doing the like math equation on the.
Yeah, it was very
love
like
that.
Microsoft movie.
Yeah.
And so if you guys don't know or haven't seen the episode or haven't been up on the feeds, Morgan and Vince think we're fucking stupid. Okay? They think we can't crack their fucking 3-year-old Da Vinci Code that they
I'm
came up.
gonna pass you a note. Can you mark yes or no if you like me? That's literally what that was.
Yeah.
Do you want to be my girlfriend? Yes, no, maybe. No, you're a piece of shit.
But it's even worse than that because, like, do you want to be my girlfriend is a question you can ask. What percentage chance are you willing to be my girlfriend is a
What
much
percentage are
more
you interested in me? Yeah.
That's a much more pathetic question, okay? And that is what Vince asked Morgan. And I genuinely think that they both think that nobody watches late at night. And they don't know that's when everybody watches, okay? That's when
when
everybody's...
the real psychos are watching.
They got their pens and notebooks out, okay? They're going to transcribe things for people who wake up at normal hours like me, okay?
Yes, yes.
And I'm in the morning, I'm just...
Sometimes I wake up at 5 a.m.
said
and
what to her?
I just look over and you're like hunched over in your chair and you're like, oh my fucking God.
Oh my God. Everything is different yet again. So yeah, I mean I will give Morgan a pass. Okay, we always fucking shit on the lady in the situation, America. Why don't we make the fucking little weasel boy take some responsibility?
Also,
for
like,
once?
he literally is in the wrong. And you can see, like, she's really fighting and struggling with it. And yes, Morgan does have some deep internalized misogyny. That's very clear. But I do think that she, like, feels bad. You just...
I feel like a lot of Morgan's actions are motivated by her selflessness, and all of Vinny's actions are motivated by his selfishness.
Yes. I feel like when she hugs him, I don't know, I go back and forth because there's moments where I'm like,
there's definitely attraction
she's
there.
into him, but also like
scared.
she's so mother to him.
Yeah.
Like, she hugged him one time and then let go, and he still kept hugging her, and she's like, oh, you need a long one today.
Oh my God.
And then there was also a moment, did you tell me about it, where she fucking put toothpaste on the toothbrush for him?
Yeah, she did.
That was fucking like, he's a 35-year-old man.
The craziest thing is when Morgan says something that if we didn't spend like, however long watching her, we'd be like, she's an evil mastermind. She knows what we're all thinking. She knows what he's thinking. She knows what production's thinking.
She's the second cunting of Vanessa Russo.
Because yesterday she did something for Vince that was motherly, and then she looks at the camera and she goes, everyone thinks I'm a girlfriend, but I'm actually a mom, and walks out.
Yeah.
And it's
I mean, but
you
I feel
showed
like
stunning self-awareness by saying that, but knowing what kind of froofy jello land is in your brain, I don't know if you meant what you said.
She also, it's very clear that she creates a need for herself, which is why she's doing all of the everything in the house.
Yeah. And I feel bad for her because all of this behavior just makes me think that she's had like interactions with people that were not so pleasant in the past,
Yeah, I think a lot of it could probably stem from, like, I'm sure if she lost a track meet, she would go home and be like, what else can I do to win father's favor?
Yeah.
To a certain degree,
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I feel she reminds me of Hannah Berner in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Hannah Berner was a little bit more selfish, though. Never did a chore. She's the fucking opposite, where she's like,
yeah,
I didn't win, now I'll do 12 chores. Or I did win, and now I'm also going to do 12 more chores.
Big Brother is really interesting when you think about it, less in terms of heroes and villains and more in terms of givers and takers.
Morgan is a giver.
Morgan is a giver, despite
Keanu's
being
a giver.
Keanu's a giver. Rachel's a giver. Vince?
Take her.
What do you think at home Vince is?
Vince has never given a day in his life.
Yeah, he's given nothing. That'd be a fun game, or to just analyze Big Brother through a different lens. I don't know if it'd be a game, but
could be a discussion topic.
Yeah, because as much as Morgan is character flawed, as much as she is egotistical and jealous and fixated on 22-year-old girl and has internalized misogyny, I think a lot of the things that motivate her are just, I want to be good to people around me,
Yeah,
I want to be a loyal friend, and I want to be this and that, and maybe she just doesn't want to admit to herself that she caught feelings. Maybe at the beginning this really was just like a really close, platonic, touchy friendship.
Yeah.
And she seems like she just needs somebody, to be honest. She always needs a person. She needs to morbid somebody. She
seems like she definitely needs a project.
Yeah.
Like something to focus all of her energy on.
How about we just, as a society, stop treating 30-plus-year-old men as projects, If they're not willing to work on themselves, maybe don't.
The only good thing Ava said this season, don't do for a man what he wouldn't do for you.
Yeah. We didn't even get into all the needling Ashley's been doing.
Yeah, so Ashley starts needling Morgan essentially throughout the week and just being like, oh my God, like everybody thinks Vince is a mastermind. Also,
and we're kind of giving her a bad edit on our podcast because we haven't even talked about her until now, despite her having like a huge influence on the late game.
Nah, we've given her fucking. She's gotten her roses from us on our rank.
Third every time.
Yeah, she always ranks highly, and honestly, we might be right. She might be third.
She might get third.
She might be third, or she might be better than
we're
third.
The president.
Yeah, we're the president. Doesn't she say a bunch of like fuck shit in front of Vince too?
As the days go on with less and less people in the house, she's aware Vince doesn't fuck with her. Vince has said on multiple occasions behind her back, never to her face because he never says anything to anyone's face, that she doesn't deserve to be here, that her game has amounted to nothing, just very like diminutive, like derogatory shit about her game.
It's just so clear that he's so like fucking pissed off that which also like, all right, why didn't you get rid of her over Keanu if you felt like you needed to only be amongst people who deserve to be there?
Yeah. Or why didn't you get rid of her instead of Ava?
Yeah.
To not please Morgan and play your game for once.
I know. Yeah, he's really got this like weird upsetness when it comes to Ashley.
Yeah. And it's really giving like insecurity. Like she sees me. She's never once bought into my shit. Yeah.
Yes. I think he knows. I think that's why he was also coming for Rachel too. Because he was like, these are two bitches that will not succumb to my tears.
And that's why I will never feel bad for him, because he makes himself look like prey, but he's a predator. Okay?
Yeah, he's got moments where you can kind of see how actually conniving and far he's willing to go for himself.
And, like,
and low and angry.
He's like a very angry little guy. He has a lot of anger and hate. I wouldn't be surprised if he came out of this experience like absolutely holding such a big grudge against everybody, despite him being the reason that he ended up here,
And he's even said like he's not gonna watch, but I don't believe that. I feel like he is gonna watch.
He's not gonna have a choice, man. He's gonna watch in 15-second increments on TikTok. He's gonna watch the whole season, and most of it is gonna be focused on him, unfortunately for him. I don't feel bad for him though, because he's a very little person, and and unless he fixes that about himself, I don't really feel the need to go to bat for him.
Yeah.
And why did the conversation about Ashley become about Vince?
I don't know. I was just thinking like every time we start to talk about something, it always becomes we fucking hate Vince. And it's like we're not even saying anything new, but and we're sorry that we compared him to Joseph, because even honestly, I think
Hey, guess what? Joseph's got a job.
He might not be getting paid in money.
Dude, he's working for no money. He's literally the opposite of Vince, okay?
Yeah,
Vince doesn't want to work for money. He's working for the love of the game, dude.
I know. And then Morgan, of course, also ends up winning veto. Mm-hmm. And so Ashley's like, okay, well, now that I know she's got veto, all I can do is like try to push her to take me to final 3 or final 2, and she was just like sitting in the HOH room waiting for Morgan to come in, like, now I gotta figure out how to take her, get her to take me. And then Morgan walks in and she's like, oh my god, it's so crazy that if either you or Vinny takes me, you guys just win. That's the obvious choice.
Yeah, and she's getting real bold. She mentions Kelsey. She mentions like I can't remember what exactly she says, but there's been multiple times where I've been reading the feeds just being like, oh shit.
Yeah, and honestly, like some of the conversations she's having with Morgan, I'm like, I actually think Ashley might be like the Morgan whisperer.
Yeah.
Because their dynamic I really love, and I feel like, you know, they both have their own like problematic internal flaws, but I feel like in terms of girl friendships that
I feel like they would work.
They work.
Yeah.
Because both of them are just like both so delusional.
It's Paige and Hannah.
Yeah, they're both just like so delusional and not self-aware to a certain level that they don't take anything personally the other person's really saying. Like I feel like Morgan can say some like backhanded compliment to Ashley and she'd be like, haha, what?
I almost feel like they have the exact relationship of Paige and Hannah.
Yeah.
Where it's like snobby, rich.
No, but Ashley is like, this perception with Kelsey is that Paige would be like, no, it's fine what you're doing.
Oh, true. You're right. Paige is kind of an enabler.
Yeah.
And some of it almost kind of feels like Ashley is warning Morgan for after the show.
Yeah, because she's made some comments where she's like, oh my God, so-and-so so blah, 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 because he has a career.
Yeah, and like she made some really uncool comments about poor people or like, you know, the working class earlier this week where she was basically like, oh, like I would never be friends with somebody. Like I just don't meet people who are poor, so I would never be friends with them.
Yeah, and I don't like that, and I can't support that because it doesn't align with my views. But also, all I can tell myself is that she's clearly a product of her environment, which we've seen plenty of examples for this entire season. She's very like subconsciously entitled.
Yeah,
not like intentionally. She just is because of her probably like how she was raised. All we can be mad at are the fucking people in charge.
I don't think she's a bad person. You know, she clearly cares about people and goes to bat for her friends. So
yeah,
like that's why I think like when she said that, obviously not cool. Obviously probably believes that to a certain extent. But when I think the context of why she was saying that was she was trying to tell Morgan like, don't do this with him.
Yeah.
Like take me. Also, yikes. Girl, come on. I see him. We all see him. Why don't you see him?
Yeah, I think both can be true. I think she can both not want to be friends with poor people or view them as humans, and then also be trying to be warning Morgan about Vinny. Like he's a 33-year-old man. 34-year-old man. Jesus,
4 years older than
Jesus had already been crucified by this point. Like what are you doing with your life? Like Jesus already died for our sins.
4 years older than me. 6 inches shorter than me.
And I never straighten my hair for Beanie.
Never, ever, never.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ava. Not Ava. Oh, never Ava. Ugh.
Yeah, and then Ashley's even like, oh, I think you guys both want to take each other, but will you? Because like Vinny's game is so impressive and all of these things, and then Morgan's just sitting in bed one night. And then, what's that conversation that they have where Vinny almost fucks himself?
What you mean?
When they're laying in bed, and then he's like, yeah. Vinny's like laying in bed with her. This is after she's won the veto, but the veto ceremony hasn't happened yet. Yeah, and Vinny is like, I would be like winning way more comps if you weren't here, and she's like, oh my God, like.
And then he's like, whoa, what did I just say? And then proceeds to say something.
She brought up Lauren out of nowhere. She said something about Lauren, and I can't remember what it was, but she literally brought up Lauren out of nowhere. And then he said something, and then he was like, Lauren would have been just as good.
Morgan brought up Lauren out of nowhere?
Shocking.
That's never happened before. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, and then Vinny is like, Lauren would have been just as good. And then Morgan is like, what the fuck?
I don't even know what he means by that. What did he mean by that?
Like, I think he was saying that Lauren would have been just as good at Morgan, would have been just as good at the comps as Morgan. Like, she would be winning just as much.
Okay, but why?
Why even say that? You know this is her fucking trigger word. And it's weird because then he goes to the DR and he's like, oh my God. I just like,
dude, I know he's a weirdo,
he's like,
dude.
I'm literally in so much trouble. Whatever. Oh my god, she still can use the veto. This is so crazy. What I just said. Why would I say that? I want her to be mad at me.
He's got a caught kink, dude. He's got a caught kink for sure.
A caught kink?
Yeah, like getting caught doing shit that he's not.
Oh, I thought you meant like a bed caught for a baby.
No. Like getting caught kink. He loves being humiliated. He loves
Oh my
being the
God.
bitchy little. I'm a little bitchy boy. You want to spank me? Yeah. So yeah, Ashley. A lot of her contributions to the game thus far have been invisible.
I know.
But we started seeing the first part of the HOH.
And does she even know that people have gone to bat for her so many times? Because like if I knew that, I would put that in my final speech if I make it to the end. But
100%.
I don't know that she even knows how many times people have like threatened HOHs in power and been like, don't fucking put her up, we'll kill you.
That's another interesting tidbit about this final three is that they're all ass at speeches.
All of their speeches are ass because nobody wants to either admit to what they've done, or they're not aware of what they have done, or they think that their greatest accomplishments are outside of the game. Ashley.
Yeah.
Law. God.
Yeah, she's going to spend one of her 2 minutes talking about Elle Woods and who she is. She's going to be like, I guess all of you guys don't know, but I am the official Elle Woods of the season. You can clap now. Okay, Elle Woods is the iconic character from the 2002 Legally Blonde, played by Reese Witherspoon. She was actually smart, but she pretended to be dumb like me because I'm actually a lawyer. I forgot to mention that, but I'm a lawyer. That's why this makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there was a moment. Oh, no, wait. Was that Ava?
What?
Who said it where they were like, my speech is really good. I'm going to practice again.
That was Ashley. That was Ashley. One last little piece before we move on to our discussion topic. We just checked out the Unlocked, from last night, and I don't know if this is the way that the production wants to edit it or it. I don't know. It seemed like a lot of the conversation revolved around who's playing who. And it seems like a lot of the house guests seems to think that Vince is playing Morgan and Lauren. Yeah.
Well, really, it was just Rachel who had said that.
Yeah.
But she can be very persuasive. And I mean, Lauren did also say, Vinny's the reason I'm here.
Yeah.
I just hope that Keanu can be like, dude, Morgan made all of those moves for him. Like, you guys can see what I saw.
If any time he wasn't there during that discussion, was he?
No, he wasn't there yet. But when they get to the jury roundtable, it'll be interesting.
It could be a bait and switch, but
I really don't. I don't want to have to punch myself in the face.
I don't want him to win any money. I just think that out of all these scenarios, the worst scenario would be for Morgan to win nothing and for Vinny to win everything.
Yeah.
That would be the worst case scenario for me. So actually, I'm rooting for Morgan to win because at least
I think she deserves it the most in terms of like, I'll never say that she is goated fully. She's not a very well-rounded player because she didn't intentionally make good moves.
I mean, that's definitely an interesting discussion topic for a later episode, but I think there is a debate for her to be at least top 10 because of just how ridiculous her statistical accomplishments were. Like, even if she doesn't win, having full immunity since jury started is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, that is like nobody else can say that.
Yeah.
So.
And not to mention, she never even competed in a blockbuster. Or she did, but she didn't since jury started.
Yeah.
And there was like 4 or 5 blockbusters after that point, I believe, or 2 or 3. Right?
That was Riley. So that was still pretty early on, I feel
there was
like.
a few blockbusters after that.
Yeah.
She basically only won vetoes and HOHs the whole season. She won no blockbusters, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah, no blockbusters.
Yeah, she just won the most important competitions the whole time.
Yeah.
And she was beating the likes of Keanu and Kelly and Vince, who's, no slouches in their own right.
Yeah, those were all people who were winning a handful of times. So, and I mean, even Lauren was like competition.
Yeah. So a very, very like polarizing figure, man. Like, just everybody has been so interesting. Everybody has been somewhat likable, somewhat redeemable, have good qualities, have bad qualities. It truly is the most human season of Big Brother. And with that, I think we're going to move on to our next topic of discussion, which is that because a lot of these players this season have drawn comps to past seasons players, you know? Like Ashley has drawn some loose comparisons to Dr. Will in season 2 because Dr. Will didn't have to win a lot of competitions. Basically made it to the end with his mouth.
And they're both obsessed with themselves and they're hot.
So we thought it'd be fun to slide these notable Big Brother 27 personalities into like appropriate for them historical Big Brother situations.
Yes. This one's for the historians at home. This one's for the real fans.
Yeah, we're getting in the weeds because this matters to nobody, and this is the type of discourse we should be having, okay?
This is the type of discourse that's fun.
I think it'd be interesting, like, if you put Keanu in place of Devin, because I feel like, there's a lot of similarities between Keanu and Devin if you just look at physical attributes, but also in terms of like their bluntness and their inability to accept other people's opinions. There's a lot of similarities. I mean, Devin ultimately was a little bit more intense and a little bit more forceful with how he got people to do things.
Devin started an alliance with half of the house in the first week. So I feel like Keanu definitely would have known better than to do that. Keanu is more like, I'm going to gravitate towards a small amount of people and really latch on and love them forever.
But he also has a much worse picker.
Yeah.
So I think here's what I think. I think he would have lasted past the first week. Mm-hmm. But I think he would have latched himself to somebody like Frankie and just been backstabbed by Frankie all season long until he eventually exited.
Oh my God. And I totally could see Frankie, like, I could visualize Frankie placating him in the exact same way that he's been placated this whole season. Like, yep. Mm-hmm,
yeah.
Oh my God.
Except
so
Frankie
cool.
would be actually good at it. Okay. He's a much better manipulator than Vince.
It feels worse to watch Frankie though, because it just feels like mean when he's I'm like,
I'd rather watch that than watch whining. To be honest.
I would rather watch Frankie 10 times over. He's an amazing Big Brother player, but Oh, dude, are you even gay?
Oh my God. Also, that's interesting too. Like, what I feel like Beast Mode Cowboy and Keanu would have hit it off, you know?
Yeah, they would have been a problematic duo. Dude, Amber totally likes you.
Actually, I can see that being a storyline for that season, is Keanu trying to wedge Beast Mode Cowboy away from Amber, and Beast Mode Cowboy turning on Keanu because he's too familiar too fast.
Yeah, and then Amber's like, oh my God, I just don't understand all these men.
Yeah.
I just want to be left alone.
I think the conclusion I'm drawing is that no matter what season of Keanu, no matter what season Keanu is on, as long as he is this version of Keanu, he's not winning.
He's always getting backstabbed.
Yeah. Because he's too trusting and he has a big mouth. That's a horrible combo.
Yeah, because I think another season that he possibly could have been good on was Rachel's first season. You know, like he would have thrived with a bunch of guys like the Brigade. Like they totally would have been able to use his skill set. But also I could see him being like bottom of the totem pole. Like
definitely
they get rid of him first.
Like Brittany's bestie. That's exactly what happened to him, right?
Yeah.
Or was Enzo cut at Final 3? I can't remember now.
Enzo got cut at Final 3.
Okay, so who was in the Final 2? It was Lane and... Was his name Lane?
Yeah, Lane and...
Hayden.
Yes, yeah.
And Hayden won, and Lane got second.
Yeah. Yeah, Lane made it pretty far, so I think it's possible that Keanu could have...
Did Hayden take Lane?
Yeah.
That's stupid. Wow. Keanu could have won that season, I think.
Well, Hayden had just as many, I think... Had a good amount of comp wins, but also was seen more as a strategic player. I think he had more HOHs than Lane. I think.
But I just mean that is a season where he could have won because Hayden was willing to take the bigger comp threat into the Final 2.
Yeah, exactly. That was a season where he maybe would have made it a little bit further.
Especially if the Brigade was riding on his back comp-wise. I feel like, he would have dominated comp-wise in any season just because he's an athletic, surprisingly agile dude for how big he is.
Would have been another season where he was probably fighting with Rachel.
Yeah.
and I think he also would have sniffed out Matt really early on. He'd be like, dude, you're not in Mensa. What? No way.
No, I think he would be best friends with Matt and be like, did you guys know this guy's in Mensa? He's so smart.
He's the smartest guy I've ever met.
I think that's exactly. I feel like him and the brigade is going to be like all of them are tolerating him, and he thinks that he's besties with all of them.
Do we think he would fall for Matt's, like, my wife has a rare cancer?
I think he would fall for it, but I don't think he would forgive him for lying about that.
Yeah, because his dad.
Yeah.
Like, I'm wondering, maybe he's got, like, extra information because of his
also,
dad.
maybe if Keanu had revealed that his dad had cancer at the beginning of the season like he did this season, Matt wouldn't have lied about that. I think I wouldn't have lied, but also that guy's incredibly slimy.
I don't know. They stayed friends with him. He married Rachel and Brendan.
True.
So he must have some good qualities somewhere in there.
You know, I'm not going to say he's slimy, but he got a slimy edit.
He did some slimy things. He may not be a slimy guy. Vinny, slimy guy.
All right. I think it'd be interesting if we try to pop this version of Rachel back into her first season.
She would have done so much better socially.
Do you think we would have still gotten Brenchel if she were as level-headed as she is?
This version This version of her only exists because Brenchel has already occurred.
That's true, but let's ignore that, you know?
But the universe would explode.
Do you think a slightly more willing to compromise version of Rachel would still find that hard-headed kind of meathead, but also scientist?
Yeah, I think she would, because she is still even though she's more.
I feel like they were always meant to happen, no matter what.
They were inevitable as a couple, because even though she's got a better social game this season and she's more willing to work with people and be nicer, she's still at her core stubborn.
Yeah.
So I think she would look at Brendan and just be like, we get each other. We're on the same rhythm, man. We're both fucking stubborn freaks who love science and have big boobs.
Literally, dude. They're made for each other.
Yeah.
And I love Brendan now. I mean, even watching his seasons back, I'm just the way he goes to bat for her, the way he cares about her. Sure, sometimes he's a little controlling. Sure, sometimes he acts like her dad. Yeah. But he comes from a good place.
Yeah, I think he just literally has so much fucking love for her.
Yeah, and so much respect for her too, you know?
Yeah, and we're rewatching her the season where she wins, and he's like, I don't even care about being here, but I only care because Rachel cares. And
apparently he was a big part in her winning because he did a lot of work in the jury house convincing everybody.
I fucking bet he did.
Yeah.
Damn, he had to be nice to people without Rachel there. That must have been so hard for him.
I honestly feel like he probably is his nicest self when Rachel's not there. It's like a situation where the mother cub becomes way more aggressive when the baby cub is present.
Yes, he so is mama bear.
Yeah.
He's literally a mother.
I feel like Rachel would have had a better chance at making it farther. I definitely feel like she and Reagan would have gotten along.
Yeah, and her and Brittany.
I think that would have been a trio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because think about her getting along with Jimmy this season it was so clear that something in the universe had healed.
Yeah.
And then we found out that they actually did heal their relationship forever ago, and that Reagan was a part of their wedding and loves her.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
And I feel like this version of Rachel would have gone with and she was a calm beast. Brittany was smart. Do you think Brittany would have stayed loyal to the brigade if she had that final three?
Well, she'd first started off being really close with Reagan and wanting to work with Reagan. So I think Rachel would have immediately called them out as a group. She would have fucking sniffed that shit out and been like, Brittany, this is not you. You're not a dude. They're working together.
I can't believe they were all on their first season together. It's kind of wild thinking about how stacked that season was.
That season's fucking stacked.
Not Cody. God, so many personalities.
Enzo, Brittany.
Yeah, long-lasting reality TV was made that year.
It was. That was the fucking scream out in the backyard between Reagan and Rachel is one of the most iconic. I think probably one of the most recognizable moments from Big Brother.
God, I love Big Brother. Yeah. I love my country. I love Big Brother.
I just love Big Brother.
I was setting you up for that.
I mean, I love this country. Yes. Yes. Slay. Capitalism. Cool.
Who else should we swap out? Who's another? Oh, Vince for Paul. That'd be cool. That'd be interesting. Here's the short answer.
But which season?
The second season with Josh.
That's kind of interesting because Josh was such a big crybaby that I'm like, who would be the biggest crybaby? And do we think Vinny crying would make Josh like look at himself in the mirror and then look at Vinny and be like, you fucking cry too much, Meatball. You got to pull it together. Meatball, you got to pull it together, Meatball.
The short answer is I think Vince would have not had nearly the same impact.
He would have not had the level of success. I think like Cody would have taken one look at him and been like, there is nothing manly about you. Because Cody is like an ex-Marine, like was constantly telling Josh that he made victim noises. So I just know Cody would have, and I don't like Cody.
Victim noises.
I don't like Cody. Literally, like he had a fight with him one time and he was like, Josh, I don't like you because you make victim noises and you're fat.
Oh my God. They would decimate Vinny on that season.
Oh my God. Honestly, maybe it would have made Cody and Josh work together.
Dude, Vinny might have pulled a Paloma and gone home.
So we just realized production made a mistake and they should have casted Vinny on that season.
It's funny because honestly, like if I'm being mean, I feel like this was the only season Vinny could have won because this is the only season that had Morgan.
Yeah. And also he's just like surrounded by people who clearly did not fully understand the game. And like I feel like he kind of had more of an advantage on some of the other people. Like there's just clearly not as many people with a deep knowledge.
We're in the era of the recruits, okay? And
no more.
I don't know if I like it yet.
No, I don't like it. You can have one or two max.
Yeah, let's have a we could add to the archetypes list. Let's add a Twitch streamer in there. Twitch streamer, good.
Gamer girl, good.
Unemployed, good.
Well, they always have an unemployed.
Lawyer, good. Sometimes.
Goodish. Or a painter, bad.
Poker player, always bad. Poker player, always.
No, Vanessa Russo's good.
Oh, true.
Good in a bad
sorry
way.
Sorry to my goat.
Sorry, Vanessa. Sorry, mother.
Sorry,
Mother Russo.
I have to put a picture of P at her altar now.
And
I don't know why I always associate her with urine. Oh, wait, no. You know what would be interesting? I feel like a season that Vince would have a chance on is season... Jesse's season. Is that 9? Jeff and Jordan's season. Is that 9? I think it's 9. It's either 9 or 11.
I think it's 11.
9/11.
Because Jesse's first season with Jeff and Jordan, or Jesse's season with Jeff and Jordan was his second season. Because he also was on, his first season was technically with Dan.
Okay, so yeah, 11.
Yeah. So
slide Vinny in place of Jesse because I feel like he would create a cult of personality very similar to Jesse with those girls.
He might have won.
Yeah.
He may have won that season.
Because I feel like Jesse created that cult of personality, but he didn't know how to like control him.
He didn't know the power that he was holding.
Yeah.
And didn't know how to create relationships and didn't know how to make eye contact and just doesn't have a soul. And also just like relied on his big muscles. And I think Vinny physically would have been less threatening. So maybe Jeff would have not used the coup d'etat on him and would have like, I think Jeff would have been like, you're just like a fucking bitch. Like, I don't care. I'm not worried about you right now.
I honestly am really curious to know like how Jeff would have interacted with him because I can see that he would just treat him with complete disdain. This guy's a bitch. I don't even see him as a person. I don't want to talk to him.
I can also see Jeff working with him.
I can also see Jeff just completely being like, this guy needs me to build him up because I am such a big man and I need to do this because I'm such a big man.
Oh my God. And Vince would stiff it out and just be like, you're just so like...
Exactly.
You're so handsome and beautiful and you have it together and I'm just obsessed with you because you're gorgeous.
Oh my God. Like if Vince or if you slide Jeff in place of Keanu in that couch conversation they have in the wine
Jeff's
room.
a little bit smarter and has a better read of things.
But he also has a bigger ego, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like he's got like an incredibly large ego.
He does have a big ego.
So like
That's
if Vinny were
sure.
sitting there being like, you just give me so much confidence and you build me up, Jeff might have bought it.
Yeah.
He might have been better than Jesse at that season.
Yeah, I think he that could have been a season that he potentially would have won. Because I mean, think about it. Who fucking won that season? Jordan.
Yeah.
And she was sitting next to somebody who also did just as little as her. So, yeah, I mean, Vinny could have won that season fully.
That's actually a really good one.
Is there?
I said to myself, "Hey, nice.
Good job, me." Is there a season we think Kelly might do well on or do bad on? I honestly feel like she might do well on season 15, where all the racisms were happening, and she could just like, no, not like because she's racist. I just mean I feel like she would
skate by because she's white.
Yeah,
it was divided down racial lines.
Well, no. Yeah. Well, no. It was just like one bitch was being openly racist and was hot also, so she was controlling everything.
Yeah.
She was like the perceived hot girl. But I feel like
hot by 2015 standards.
Yeah. I feel like Kelly would have just done a really good job of laying low, and she was capable of winning competitions. So I feel like she would have been better utilized that season.
100%. I agree with everything you said, and I have nothing to add.
Cool. Shut the fuck up then.
I also think she would do better. I don't know if she would do well, but she would do better than Christine with Nicole.
Yeah, because I also feel like she's
a girl's girl.
Kelly's less male-centered, but also Kelly is willing to talk shit about whoever's not in the room, because I feel like she doesn't really know how to deepen relationships. So I feel like she views that as a way to do it.
But I do think that Cody wouldn't have been able to get over on Kelly the same way he got over on Christine, the same kind of influence.
Yeah.
And I feel like I would like to think that Kelly's relationship with Lauren would be Kelly's relationship with Nicole.
I would hope so. And honestly, like, because Nicole was very smart strategically.
Yeah.
And I feel like Kelly was not as smart socially, so I feel like them combined, they could have been very powerful. And I feel like Kelly also would have been very quick to be like, Caleb, you're being creepy. Yeah. And Kelly would have immediately noticed that all of the guys were working together. Yeah,
like Kelly, for the most part, on the show has been like really great with the girls, you know?
Yeah, and she's actually not that bad of a player, if I'm being honest. Like, she just didn't have... It almost seems
like she knew like she was fucking up, but she just couldn't help herself.
Yeah, I just also felt like she was like, I don't have any power in this game or allies, so I'm just going to hide dead bugs and be annoying. That's where my power is.
Yeah, I guess so.
I feel like she would have thrived on a show like Top Model.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
but also not.
I think honestly, she and Nicole would have done really well that season together.
Yeah.
Was that Derek's season?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. That's also a stacked season. For being a non-all-star season, there's a lot of fucking good
There's
players.
Some like really magical seasons in the tens. The tens and teens were a good era.
Yeah, and that's why this game is fun, because we get to think about when Big Brother was magical.
Remember last year when we were like, it's a golden age of Big Brother.
No, again, I stand by it. I think this is the perfect season to follow up next season, because you know what's going to happen? Next season, Big Brother production, if you know what's good for you, you're going to be on your best behavior. No fuck shit twists.
And you're going to cast my friend Maddie, and then you're also going to cast me.
Okay, yes, that. I don't care about that. I care about you're going to go back to basics, okay? Keep the blockbuster, but you keep it for no more than 7 weeks. You hear me?
Yeah, don't bring that shit past jury.
You hear me?
And also bring back the key wheel. And also make have and have not a part of the game again. When people are
food challenges.
When people are starving, they don't play good.
And do a more thorough credit check, okay? If the credit is too low, good.
They will be desperate. We want them when they're desperate. They will do anything to win.
Yeah, again, season is full of horrible, awful, stinky people, but I would have not had it any other way.
Yeah, I love hate them all.
Yeah, I love hate them all too. I really do. I actually feel like very protective of some of them now because of the real people, you know.
We're at a minute and an hour and a half.
Oh, okay. Shall we move on to
Games?
Let's play some stuff. We haven't done a draft in a couple weeks. There's been peace in our house.
There's been peace and sanctity.
But now we're going to war again. So the young men, pick up your bootstraps. We're drafting the ideal final two for us.
Yeah, for us.
How would it be? How should I answer this?
We're going to be building our ideal final two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the final two has been honestly oversaid this season. Okay, it's been both a central theme and also the most disrespected thing.
I know, like alliance in final two means
literally nothing.
Listen, it means nothing in most seasons.
Yeah,
especially in the beginning. But especially in this season, it truly means nothing, which is why I will not let the judges happen, because I'm like, none of these alliances are relevant. None of these final twos are relevant. They all suck.
I feel like at the heart of a really good final two. Oh, we're getting off topic.
Yeah.
I'm about to do a think piece. Welcome to my TED Talk.
Welcome.
So, we're going to be pulling from the Big Brother graveyard, delving into the dirt and grabbing chunks of past Big Brother contestants, cobbling them together into our ideal lackey to win us that juicy, wondrous $750,000. I fucking ate there.
You ate it. You ate it.
So, I don't remember who went first, but you want to rock, paper, scissors?
You can just go first.
Okay. And the categories are brain, body, spine, heart, and mouth. And
brain, body, mouth, heart, spine. Yeah.
Mouth is like social game. Brain is like strategy. Body is competition prowess. Heart is like, do they got it? And spine is
X Factor.
What the fuck do they have?
Yeah.
All right. And first up, I am going to, I'm going to take Keanu's body. All right.
Okay.
Probably the most dumbly loyal final two of all time, who has a stellar competition record. And also, even though he's a comp beast, if he's going against his bestie, he's going to lose focus. And when we're in those final... the final HOH, he's going to lose focus because it's just going to be us broing out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Pretty good pick.
Yep.
For my first pick for body, I'm going to pick Morgod. I just have to pick Morgod. I just can't leave it up.
She is eternal?
I'm going to pick her. She's relevant and she's amazing. For my next pick for heart, I'm gonna pick Mackenzie. I'm picking all of our Slay Queens.
Damn you! I wanted her.
Yeah, I felt it. I just didn't know where I was gonna throw each of them, but I feel like Mackenzie would be good for heart. You know, she's gonna fucking follow you like a Labrador throughout the season, and she's also capable of winning stuff, and she's a good vibe.
Fuck.
Yeah, fuck you, bitch.
Really wanted Mackenzie. Damn, now I'm stuck. Oh,
I can go again.
I got it. Wait, did you pick two?
Yeah.
Okay. For my next pick, I'm gonna take Paul for brain. Okay, he's gonna be my bestie's brain, or he's gonna be not besties. He's gonna be my final two brain. He's gonna be my final two brain.
There you go.
Because he is so fucking cocky. He's going to be like this big dumb idiot. He's going to take me to the end. No one's going to fucking vote for him because everyone thinks he's fucking, never finished the 5th grade.
Yeah.
He's bad at math despite being Chinese.
Yeah.
It's like super weird. And guess what, dude? I'm likable. And I don't have a weird beard. And I'm going to be in that final two. You're going to outthink yourself, okay? I'm going to be over here like la da 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 da. And everyone's going to be like, he's the winner.
La 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 la.
And that is my brain. A dirty, disgusting, slimy brain. But a brain I feel like I can conquer with my sheer stupidity. I'm kind of like a Josh type character, I think.
Yeah, you're going to be a Josh.
Yeah.
You're going to cry less, I hope.
I'm very loud if I need to be. Okay. This is tough. I think for me, heart almost means like loyalty, you know?
Yeah, that's why I picked Mackenzie.
Yeah.
My pick was so good that you can't have it.
Who is the most loyal person in Big Brother history? Damn, maybe I should have taken Keanu's heart.
Why don't you switch them?
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to take Keanu's heart. And then for body, I'm going to take Cody Calafiore, another noted second place winner.
Yeah.
And I honestly am so bored by him as a player. Like, I have nothing to say about him besides he wins comps, and that's exactly what I need him for. So
he
get
wins
in there.
Comps. He's nice to look at, and that's it.
And I honestly feel like just knowing him as a player and my personality, like, he seems like the type of dude I could manage.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. For my next pick for mouth, I'm gonna pick Big D. Because Big D had a pretty good social game and is also super beatable because he didn't do anything. But also, I feel like everybody trusted him, was always giving him information. So.
But he's also talking mad shit, so people didn't like him.
Yeah, and like he's so easy to win against. So I pick him for mouth.
That's so good.
Man, I'm really doing so good on these drafts and Build-A-Players. I'm really crushing you lately. I'm really destroying you into oblivion. I'm really destroying you so hard that you're not even here right now. It's crazy. Yeah. For brain, I'm going to pick Vanessa Russo because even though it was paranoid, it was always running and working. And then it tired itself out.
Damn,
and could do
you're
no
gonna
more.
pick somebody who's never been to the final two as your final two. Risky. I'm jealous of your Big D pick. That was excellent.
Mm-hmm.
That was excellent.
I know.
Say excellent.
Are
you done?
Yeah,
My
that was my two picks. I did Big D and I did Vanessa Russo.
Okay, so I'm on 3 and 4 right now. Let's go back, man. Let's go back a ways. Okay, let's go back a ways, and I'm gonna take for mouth. I am going to take probably the most powerful mouth, in my opinion, in all of Big Brother history. Season 14, Dan. Another second placer.
Another second placer. He got done dirty.
But guess what, dude? His mouth was working overtime
that
season, okay? The thing that he pulled off with Danielle, and he's obviously just one of the best at maneuvering out of a bad position in terms of, like, coming into the house as Dan Giesling the second season and still being Dan Giesling in a different way.
Yeah.
That's insane. And he's still going to get second because he's so fucking unlikable.
Yeah.
He's going to convince a lot of people, but then they're going to go, wait, what?
Damn. Was that your last pick?
No, I'm thinking about my next pick.
What other categories do you have?
Spine and...
That's it.
Spine, that's it, yeah. For spine, who's a zany final two? Who's a crazy, kooky, wild cat? I'm taking Angela.
Okay.
I'm taking my girl Angela.
Yeah.
Because she might love me. She might try to kill me. We don't know what the fuck's going on, okay? But I love her. I'm scared of her. I love her. She's my mom.
And you're probably beating her because nobody likes that white lady.
Why? Did she do something?
No, it's just like, I don't think she's gonna get anybody's vote. She was too like
Yeah, she was
crazy.
Too microaggression-y also.
Yeah. Too many, that's what I meant. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm taking Angela's spine.
Nice. Okay. For my fifth and final pick.
Would you say that like Larry David?
For my fifth and final pick for spine. For spleen, I'm gonna pick.
For spleen?
For spleen, I'm gonna pick Danielle Donato.
Ooh.
Who famously lost to her father.
Damn.
Because what the fuck did you do that you lost against Evil Dick?
That's wild.
And I feel like she was smart and...
Yeah, one of the more cutthroat players, too.
Yeah, she literally had no emotion.
Dude, there was that one part, like, this is why she's a great spine, is because she walks into the room, starts crying, makes everyone feels bad, pops into the DR, and she's like, yes, that was real emotion, but that was also gameplay.
I know. Oh, my God. I totally forgot about that when she was like, I just did that so that they didn't think, like, Me and my dad are that close.
Yeah.
I have to separate myself.
Oh yeah, it was like she went on a rant about never having her dad there for her.
Yeah, and like
which is 100% true.
And like, you guys don't talk to me, but you don't understand. Like, he's so much worse to me than he is to you. And she's like, oh my God, it's so hard to have to fake cry. I've never cried before in my life.
I love Danielle Donato. I think we're good.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.